Hello everyone, welcome to EY World. This is your Kavita, and today we are going to enter into the part 2 of the Internet of Things. So hope all are doing good, and let's get started with the today's session. So before jumping into the agenda of the part 2, let's just recap what we have learned in the last session. So we have learned what is IoT, uses and benefits, usage around the worldwide, and advantages and applications, Raspberry Pi and its uses, advantages, and also the installation process of the Raspberry Pi in your system. And then we have seen some of the disadvantages due to the Raspberry Pi. In this session, we are going to continue these topics to another level. So this is the part 2 agenda. We are going to learn Raspberry Pi accessories, SenseHeart, Raspberry Pi camera, Getboard, and then SenseHeart tutorial. In that we are going to see the displaying the text, images, and texting the orientation and sensing the environment, detecting the movement. We are going to see the programs and also the execution part of this in the Raspberry Pi in the SenseHeart. And then we are going to see the Pi camera installation process, and then IoT architecture, cloud computing, fog computing, and at last IoT taxonomy, which is going to be very interesting part. So while let's get started. So this first thing we are going to learn is Raspberry Pi accessories. So what are the Raspberry Pi accessories? We have seen that SenseHeart. HAT stands for hardware attached on top, expansion boards. So this is devised by this interface is devised by the Raspberry Pi Foundation, and it has the buttons which detects the temperature, pressure, humidity. You can see in the picture, and we have also the gyroscope and joystick. It has 8x8 LED matrix display is present, you can see in the picture, and for games purpose we can use a joystick. So this is what a simple thing about the hat. We are not going into the depth of that. It's just about the hat, how it looks is that. And now we are going to see how we can insert the hat on the Raspberry Pi so as to look like it's an object. So this is what the arrangement of the SenseHeart. This is something like a small SenseHeart tutorial how to set on the Raspberry Pi. And then camera. This is what Pi camera or Raspberry Pi camera, all its names for this Raspberry Pi camera. It's a high quality camera with a 8 megapixel image sensor, custom designed add-on board for Raspberry Pi and featuring a fixed focus lens. In terms of still images, the camera is capable of 3218 into 2464 pixel static images, and also supports 1080 pixel 30 and 720 pixel 60 and 640 into 480 pixel 90 video. The capability is very high for that, so that Raspberry Pi camera is a very high quality camera for the images and for the videos. This is how the look of the Raspberry Pi camera. Now Getboards. This is one of the attachment to the Raspberry Pi, which is add-on general purpose input output expansion boards for the Raspberry Pi computer. It comes with a large variety of components, LEDs, A by D and D by D converters, and motor controller, buttons, and Atmel AVR microcontroller also. This is how looks the Getboard in the Raspberry Pi. It's an attachment to the Raspberry Pi. It's not inbuilt in the Raspberry Pi. And then we are going to know the major differences between the Arduino and the Raspberry Pi. How it looks in the sense, many members are confusing that what is Arduino and what is Raspberry Pi. How they looks like same, but in comes to the functions, they sometimes Raspberry Pi is very helpful and sometimes Arduino is very helpful. depending upon the works we are going to do. Arduino RAM is the capability of 2 kilobytes, and Raspberry Pi camera has 1 gigabyte RAM. And Arduino is a simple microcontroller, and Raspberry Pi is actually a small computer. Arduino IDE is easier than the Linux. Arduino, where we can use in the sense for simple controlling of water in your garden, Arduino works very perfectly. Since there is no other risky works to be done to use Arduino, but whereas coming to the Raspberry Pi, to achieve the same effect, you first need to install the system and then necessary libraries. After that, you can work with a Raspberry Pi to do the same work like controlling the watering in your garden. Lot of work, but the effect will be the same in the Raspberry Pi. Arduino makes hardware projects simple, whereas the Raspberry Pi is good at software applications. So these are the major differences were found in the Arduino and Raspberry Pi. I'm not going into the detailed information, I'm giving the clarity. And then we are moving into the programs to display different outputs in the Raspberry Pi and SenseHeart, which are very interesting. This is the first program that we are going to display the temperature, humidity, pressure around your surroundings and the environment, which detects the temperature, humidity, pressure. We are using these keywords to find those values. We are using the while loop, and we are initializing the SenseHeart of the sense is equals to SenseHeart braces, and temperature, pressure and humidity we are using the keywords, and we are getting the values in the message box. And then sleeping, we are using the keyword sleep to sleep for 4 seconds, so as to not to confuse with the output and the values. And the output will be as shown in the video, like 35 degrees Celsius in that particular room. This is a Python program, which you can only run this program in the Python operating system. And then this is Java program. We are first from SenseHeart, import SenseHeart. We are importing the SenseHeart, and then we are using the import sleep, and then random integer we are using, and then sleep keyword we are using to sleep for few seconds. That is, we are making it to sleep for 1 second only. And here what is the program is about is displaying the text. You can see in the output how it looks in the SenseHeart. And then next interesting program is image, displaying the image on the output of the SenseHeart. So we are using the WebGR colors, and we are initializing the SenseHeart, and we are importing the SenseHeart first, and then we are initializing, and we are giving ranges and colors as WebGR colors, and we are going to get the images. Where we are using the E, there won't be any color. Where we are using R, we are getting the red color, and where we are using O, orange color, like that we are getting. And at finally in the output it shows you as like I am showing in the video. This is the output. Very interesting, right? So what's the next program? This program is about the orientation of a letter in the different degrees. As like in the other programs, we are importing the SenseHeart, we are initializing the SenseHeart, we are taking the letter J and rotating it into different angles, 0, 90, 180 to 70 with a 360 degrees angle, and sleep for 0.5 seconds. So this output will be the as shown in the video. This is the output in the SenseHeart. And then this is the program for the orientation, like pitch, roll all this will come when you execute the program. Try it in your system. And then this is a very important part in this session, that is installation process of Raspberry Pi camera. First you have to open on Raspberry Pi. On the Raspberry Pi B place, I'm just saying about the B place, the camera port is between the Arduino port and the HMTL port. And then insert the camera cable first, and then close the camera port, verify the connection, and remove the cable from the camera itself, and go PyGo installation, and then Groove Pi installation process. This is what about the complete description part of the how to install the Pi camera, whereas I'm going to show the pictures how it looks when we are doing step by step. If you want to get to know more about this, pause the video and watch each of the image. And then this is there are different layers are appearing here. This is a 5-layer architecture of the IoT. First is business layer, which manages the whole IoT system, applications, business, profit, and privacy also. And then application layer, which is responsible for the delivering application specific services to the user. And then processing layer, stores, analyzes huge amounts of data, and also databases in cloud computing and big data processing modules. After that, fourth layer is transport layer, which is very important layer, which transfers the sensor data between the different layer through networks such as wireless, LAN, Bluetooth, RFID, and NFC. We'll get to know more about the RFID in the further. And then fifth layer is perception layer, which is sensors sense and gather information about the environment. Sensors, physical parameters, and identities other objects in the environment. Perception layer plays a major role in the IoT. I'll explain in detail in the IoT taxonomy.